Hello guys, how are you doing today? Got a little FIFA tutorial for you. It's probably one for someone who's just started Ultimate Team and's not too sure how they should be going about making their squad, or maybe you just haven't really looked into hybrids before. Anyway, whatever sort of ability you are at making hybrids, they're not too difficult once you've got the hang of them, but they can be slightly confusing to start with. In this video, I'm going to run through 3 different formations, looking at 3 different hybrids, and I'm going to run through how I made them. So for this first one, I'm going to use Team of the Season, Thomas Müller, and Man of the Match, Thiago Silva. With this formation, you can split it up in a couple of ways. You can use the striker, the CM, and the left mid, and try and make a triangle out of those. The striker, the centre mid, and the right mid, and then have the right back, centre backs, the left back, and the goalkeeper as a separate part. Or you can sort of just have one side and the other side split with the goalkeeper fitting into one of those sides. I find that maybe splitting them up into these parts makes it slightly easier to do, and it's easier to visualise how you're going to fit it together. So that's how I do it. I'm going to start off by trying to build some links around Thomas Müller. So he is from Germany and plays for Bayern Munich. So the strongest link with him would be a German who plays for Bayern Munich. So that would be a hyperlink, which fits very well, especially if you're going to try and fit more leagues into a squad. With this first one, I'm just going to go with 2 leagues, so it's very easy to fit in. If you're not really sure what you're doing with hybrids, maybe start with a 4-4-2. Either variation of the 4-4-2 works the same, as it's just the position, all the links are exactly the same. So I'm going to start off by looking for someone in the Bundesliga. So here we go. We could go with any of these players you probably could fit in, but I'd probably recommend looking for one that matches with one of the 2. So he's German, so Gundogan is an option. So's Bender, Castro. Any player really works there. Or from Bayern Munich. Okay, so Schweinsteiger's from Bayern Munich. Vidal's playing at Bayern Munich now. Thiago. Or if there's a player you want that matches both, then definitely put those in. It just opens up a few more possibilities. I'm going to choose Vidal for the purpose of this video. So far they're both on 10chem. They've got a green link, so they are in the same league and have one extra thing. So if they're a player in the same league or the same nationality, they will have an orange link, which is after a red link. So you've got red link, which is the red or dead link, which is the worst link. It doesn't gain anything. You've got the orange link, which is worth a little bit. You've got the green link, which is pretty good. And you've got your hyperlink, which is the strongest link. And especially if you're going to try and fit more leagues in, it's going to really help you to it's going to allow you to do that, really. But for when you're using 2 leagues, you don't really need to do that. So I'm just going to go and look for some green links, really. Especially running down the middle. Because all these players down the middle here will have one red link across here. Probably. So I'm also going to look for a centre-back in the Bundesliga that's German or plays for Bayern Munich. So we've got Hummels, who could work. He's German. We've got Boateng. He fits both. The reason I'm looking for a German player is because I know that there are lots of German players in these positions. If you really needed a hyperlink here, you'd have to try and find a Chilean centre-back who plays for Bayern Munich, which is very difficult to find, and I don't think there is one. So you might have to change Vidal up or to fit him in, to fit your centre-back in. Obviously left mids in the Bundesliga, there is a lot of them. You can use Ribery. He's from Bayern Munich as well, so he will fit very nicely into that squad. So they're all on good chem here. And in this position, well, he's going to get chem with both players. So I'm just going to choose anyone from the Bundesliga, and he's going to be on 10 chem as well. When building one of these squads, one thing I would add is you never want a player less than 7 chem. Personally, I look to get 8 or 9 minimum, but never go less than 7. Continuing on now, we're going to look at this side. So, Thiago Silva, same thing again. He's from Ligue 1. Fine, Ligue 1, and he's Brazilian. And he plays for PSG. So Marquinhos would give you a perfect link there, and would open up a few more possibilities and players you could play at centre mid and in front. Aurier also works there because he's from PSG. So does Van der Wiel. Jallet would work there, but not too well. I'm going to go with Van der Wiel. So he gets that green link. And in these central midfield positions, I'm going to look for someone else. Now, I'd probably, or especially down the middle, you're going to look for someone who gets the most links possible. And from here, it's going to be someone from PSG, really. I'm going to choose Pastore. So he's got a green link, which is the second strongest link, and that works really well. And now for the striker, I'm going to also look for someone from PSG, and obviously we all know about Ibrahimovic, and I've only got him on loan here. Well, it doesn't matter for the purpose of this video. And now, same thing in this position. They're on quite good links already, so I could probably choose any midfielder, well, any right midfielder from this league and still get decent chem, which I have done. So with a 4-4-2, I'd probably say down this middle part on either side, you want to try and keep green links, and over here, it doesn't matter too much. Just make sure you're not on dead links or red links. Continue on to the goalkeeper. Now, you're going to have this issue with quite a lot of goalkeepers if you're going to try and link them together. So you can have 10... With this, all you need is to have 2 things matching. So you're going to want the team and the league, or the league and the nationality. So with this, I could look for a Ligue 1 keeper. So I've got Sirigu as an option here. I've got a Bundesliga goalkeeper, so I could have Neuer. He would give you a hyperlink there, which would definitely work. Or you could have Weidenfeller, I guess, as well. So really, you just want to have sort of 2 matching things there, or even 3. Just 1, I think, gives you 7 chem, which is not great. We can find someone. Benaglio, here we go. Yeah, so you're on 7 chem there, which is fine. But personally, I'd like to have a bit more. So that was the first squad done. And now I'm going to go on to my second formation, which is going to be the 4-3-3. Now the fourth variation of this, I particularly like to use. The third variation of this works in the same way. The second is slightly different and a bit more difficult to use. And the first one is just the same as the third and the fourth. Does that sort of make sense? So number 2, variation 2 and variation 5 are the most difficult to use, as you have more links going to your striker. And so the standard, the third variation, the fourth variation are the sort of easier parts of the 4-3-3 to use. I'm going to stick with using Thomas Müller and Thiago Silva for this. And with this formation, what I personally like to do is split it into 4 parts. So I've got my striker and my cam. I've got my left mid, my centre mid and my left back. I've got my centre backs and my goalkeeper. And I've got the right back, the right centre mid and the right winger. I'm going to start with my left side. So I want to try and fit quite a few leagues in. I'm going to try and fit 4 leagues in here. And with this formation, it's quite easy to do. All I need is a left winger. I'm going to go with Serie A and use El Shaarawy. He's a good player. And he's the player I really want to use in this squad. That's fine. I can do that quite simply. What I then have to do is try and find a player from AC Milan, or that's Italian, for that central midfield position. I'm going to use my Marchisio. So now they're both on 7 chem. Then I'm also going to swap this position for someone else. And really, they're going to have to be Italian. You're going to have to go for all the same team or all the same nationality, and that's going to give you the best results with 10 chem on every player. Now I'm going to move on to my right side. I'm going to go for the Liga BBVA. They've got lots of good players, and I'm going to use Bale as my right mid position. So I've chosen 3 strikers I want to use in this formation, which is, well, 3 attackers. So that's fine, you can do that. So you've got your 3 attackers and a centre back. The players you've chosen, you're going to try and fit into your team. Okay, that's easy to do. Just make sure you have 1 player in each section. So I've chosen in my right-sided section Bale. My left-sided section El Shaarawy, and my attacking section Muller, and my defensive section I'm going to go with Thiago Silva. So that works well. All I need to do, again, is just find players that link up. So Real Madrid player. I've got a few in my squad. So I'm going to use Toni Kroos. So he has a good link there. And then I'm going to use Danilo. Now, you don't have to use Danilo. You can use any right back. You wouldn't have to use Danilo. You just use one from Real Madrid. You don't have to get chem in this example with Thiago Silva. But because I want to use Danilo, that happens. That works well. I'm going to go back into the Ligue 1, and I'm going to try and find at least a green link with Thiago Silva. Now, in this case, I can get a hyperlink because of David Luiz. I could try and use someone else. I don't actually think that they've got a centre-back that's not from Brazil. Anyway, you could use any Brazilian Ligue 1 or PSG centre-back. And then you can just find, again, someone that links with 2 of them. So he plays for PSG and is from Ligue 1. Or I could use Diego Alves, who is from Brazil. And because of that hyperlink, it allows me to then use just a Brazilian keeper with that matches in one part. If I didn't have that hyperlink, then my only real option would be Sirigu. But because I've managed to get myself the hyperlink with the players I've chosen, it then in other positions allows me to have a wider range of choice. And now in this position, this is where you're going to have the least amount of flexibility in the players you can use. For this to work best, and for my cam and my striker to be on the best chemistry possible, I'm going to need to create a hyperlink. Bayern Munich are a team that are particularly easy to do this with. You can do it with Chelsea quite easily. You can do it with Juventus. So the Chelsea pairing would be Diego Costa, and you'd have to move Fabregas to a cam, and then because they both play for Chelsea and they're both Spanish, they would get a hyperlink. And in this example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Goetze, who plays for Bayern Munich as well, and is from Germany. And if I was going to do that with Juventus, I'd have to use Tevez and Pereira, I believe he's called, who does have a man of the match card, which is also good if you're going to try and get those higher ratings. In this squad, I do again have chemistry here between Cruz and Gert, so you don't need it. These two players will get their 10 chem themselves if they've got a hyperlink. So that's how I'd go about building your 4-3-3 squad. Obviously it works the same way with this one, as it's just moved down. The hyperlink's still there. Your 3 parts are sort of still there. They're maybe not. They're a bit different. You've lost the connection between your left mid and your left back, which might open a few more possibilities. But if you go about it the same way, it's quite a lot simpler to do. And obviously with that default formation, if you put your players back the right way around, it doesn't work as well. I forgot about this part. Because of these links here between the centre backs and the centre mid, it doesn't work as well. So what you need really, if you're going to try and build a simple one, you want the least links between players. So here I've got 3 links with my striker, 4 links with my centre mids, and then 4 links with my centre backs. But so if basically, rather than thinking about it that way, if you just split it up into your parts, that makes it a lot simpler to do. And the last formation I'm going to go with is you can create some quite interesting looking sides doing it this way. It's the 4-2-2. Now for this one I'm going to remove every player from the squad. Make sure I don't quick start anybody, because that would be really annoying. So I should remove every player I've got here. Okay, so I'm going to choose some different players that I want to use here. I might choose a legend to use. So I'm just going to look at a striker. I'm going to go into concepts, squads. I'm going to look for a striker I want to use. I'm just going to scroll through and go, Van Basten. He looks like a good striker. Let's try him out. Obviously, if you can afford him, that is. You're then going to go, okay, so he's a legend. Legends get quite good at green chem with legends. So that will help me to build one quite easily. So then I want to search for another legend that might get chem with him. So I could use Laudrup, Hadji, Costa, Akocha. I could use any of these players. Or I could try and use someone from the Netherlands, which might allow me to get another league in. But for this, I'm just going to go with a legend, and I want to choose Laudrup. So they're already on good chem, but just to make it a bit simpler, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split into this 3. So you got your left cam, your striker, and your left CDM, your right cam, your right striker, and your right CDM. So I'm also going to use a legend in this position. Obviously you can move a CM down, or for the CDM, or CM up for the cam position. You can move them around a bit. So they're all sorted now. Now on this side I'm going to use someone from the End of Eyes. So I'm going to search concept players. I'm going to use De Jong. Now he happens to get chem with Van Basten, which is useful. He doesn't have to. I could look at the Liga BBVA and want to use Ronaldo, and that would be fine. I then look at some more players in the Liga BBVA. Oh, nice chem there. I'm going to use James Rodriguez. He gets green chem with him. And again, I could use Kadira, who happens to get chem across here with Matthias. I believe it's pronounced that. I'm not great on pronunciation. So he happens to get chem there, and that's great. And in this position, I could go with legends all the way down. That would give me fine chem. That would work well. Liga BBVA all the way down. Specifically Real Madrid would work particularly well. Or I can try and get some more in here, some more players in here. So let's go with looking at a right back from a completely different league. We're going to just go with the Bundesliga. And now the Bundesliga, especially if you're going to try and make a nice defence that works well together, works particularly well. It works well because you've got lots of German players, basically. So I'm going to go with a German right back, or Bundesliga right back. And we've got Piszczek here. Okay, he's not German, but obviously here we've got the option of Hummels, who then gets green across here. You've got Boateng, who gets green here. And then you've got Alaba, who gets green here. So basically what you have to do, if you're using this formation, and we'll try and use 3 leagues in this way, using these splits of the team, you're going to have to get green, at least, across the whole back 4. And then your centre-back, your goalkeeper, even, can be any Bundesliga keeper you want. So I'm going to use Benaglio as this example as well, because he gets those 2 orange links, and he's in the right position, he gets good chem. So I hope this has made it a bit easier for you to create your first few hybrids. I mean, once you've done 1 or 2, it does become a lot simpler, and you can, as you start to play more FIFA, you learn the players more. So you know, oh, I know a player I saw once that's a cam who plays for Arsenal, or oh yeah, there's a Brazilian CDM that plays for Real Madrid. There isn't, but you sort of start to learn, oh yeah, I was playing this guy and I saw that he had this player, he'd fit in here. So you can start to mentally visualise it. So yeah, those are the first formation I'd try it with, as they're quite easy to split into different parts. I hope you have found this video somewhat helpful. If you have, please like. If you'd like to see some more tutorials on FIFA, if you're new to the game or just want to get better, or I do some career mode as well, I'm looking to some other bits and bobs. Anyway, if you do want to see more of that sort of thing, please subscribe as well. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you do have any questions about hybrids or Ultimate Team or whatever, do leave a comment and I'll try and answer them as best I can. Or maybe make a video on it if there's a few people asking similar questions. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I won't keep you any longer. I will see you sometime soon.